hear about Shane Flanagan being investigated again because he made contact with the club while he was banned through emails and phones?
I would have made contact. I would have, like, as if you wouldn't speak to anyone. You just never speak to anyone about stuff.
Yeah, but no, you're not allowed. It wasn't allowed to talk to the staff or anyone that was there.
Why?
He was banned.
It's weird. As if you're not going to talk to them.
Yeah, but you would have thought that if he was going to talk to them, he'd realise there'd be a trail of some sort, email trail, message trail on the phone.
Email. I think they got him with an email. I don't know why he emailed. I wouldn't have emailed. There's no way you wouldn't be able to talk about it. Like, you'd have people ringing you left, right, and centre. What, are you just going to shut yourself in a room? Everywhere you go, everyone around Cronulla, he lives there. Everyone's going to be asking you questions. Like, he shouldn't have sent the frigging email.
Well, you could walk along the street and bump into someone and then talk, but he wasn't allowed to send emails, and so it's being investigated. They could be fined again, Cronulla, and he could be banned again.
They wouldn't be lenient on him the second time. You wouldn't think either. If it depends on what's in the email. What's the email about?
Well, I don't know. Those details haven't been given out, but
don't you know anything?
The idea of just being in contact was a no-no, and he did it. He did it, mate.
Yeah.
No good.
Well, don't contact people if you get in trouble.
And while he was banned, you guys had Peter Sharp as a coach.
Yep.
Good fella, Peter.
Poor Sharpie just got lumped with it all.
Yeah. Well, he was doing a minor role, wasn't he? And he was asked to sort of take over.
Yeah. And he once he said, "Yes, hey, I was in a good spot before I had to take on all this shit."
Okay.
One of the boys were hassling him one day, and he said, "I didn't fucking ask for this. I'm trying my best here. Help me out." You know, it was so funny. Everyone just cracked up. He got left with. He just thought he was rolling into an assistant coach role. Like, it's completely different to being head coach, and all of a sudden he's lumped with all the responsibility of a head coach.
Yeah.
And not that assistant coaches don't work hard, but it was a tough time because we weren't playing good. All the boys weren't playing good anyway. I was playing reserve grade and injured, and they were getting beat every week. So I was making it bloody yucky for him. It was a yucky time for everyone, and he copped all the blame, the poor bastard.
Yeah. Well, who else are you going to blame?
Well, no. I just started blaming him as well. I was blaming him that I was injured, blaming that reserve grade was losing. Fuck him. Sharpie's a legend. I speak to him on Instagram. He cracks me up, man. He's like one of the great blokes like to have around the club. Like, everyone, he gets everyone, laughing and having a good time and stuff. And but very, very smart too with his football brain. Some of the stuff he says.
Yep.
Just he said he never really loved being a head coach. But anyway, went off track there. So what are we talking about?
Did he actually say that? Did he?
What's that?
That he didn't like being a head coach.
I think, I remember him saying, like, he didn't say he didn't like it. He said, he likes the role of an assistant coach.
Yeah, it suits him.
He likes being behind the scenes and putting everything together and coming up with strategies. And he's good with people too. He's a people person.
Yep.
But him having that head coach, Monica, I fucking don't know. This might be wrong, but that's the feeling I got, and that's what it used to look like to me. But he might stick up for himself and say, I'm not trying to not get him a head coach job if that's what he wants, because he's more than capable of doing it. But he just seemed to really like that behind the scenes role more than an upfront figure.
Yeah, well, he's had a number of roles like that at Parramatta too. He's had some behind the scenes roles and development and all that sort of stuff. But
most clubs he goes to, he has some pretty good success with them when he's around. He's got that kind of record rap sheet.
What about the Knights have bought Kurt Mann from St George? He had a year to go on his contract, but as contracts go these days, he can break anything. So he's gone
to hooker.
Kurt Mann.
Yeah. Yeah,
as a hooker, which is he's a utility back. He's played most of the games I saw on TV. He played on the wing and in the centres. And they want him.
He was at Storm. And then
no,
Cronulla's feeder club, Storm and Cronulla had a thing, and we played together in reserve grade. And he's like an athletic back, like a super athletic, not unlike Billy Slater's type of body, maybe a little bit bigger and longer in the limbs.
Yep.
And he had that kind of vibe. It's but you know what though? Across the board these days, most of the footy players, they're pretty multi-skilled in regards to they can fill other roles and Well, I remember Brian Smith in early 2000s. He was even like getting the props to do kick and chase and stuff and get used to that skill set. And as time's developed, I think everyone caught on, and everyone across the board now, it's not that far out like it would be back in your day. You see someone who was always a back go to hooker all of a sudden, you know?
Back in my day, that's another segment, mate.
Back in your day, mate, yeah.
Yeah, so they want him as a hooker there. They're trying to turn him into some sort of a hooker, but he's a utility player and he's an athlete. But can you imagine transferring over to the wing or to the centres?
Oh. I'm sure that he's
tried
it out at training. It didn't just come out of nowhere. Like the coach would have put him, you know, in there during the pose sessions and stuff. Yeah. He would have seen, shit, he fucking goes all right, this bloke. They probably, you know, wouldn't mind seeing him in a game environment, and they'll try it in a trial match. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry, I'm a bit short and snappy today.
No, we need to be
day three of my water fast, but we'll talk about it later.
You look a bit less around the gills there.
A bit less puffy. I ate shit from Mum's wedding, and then people were here staying, and I just ate shit.
Yeah.
Carbs. I thought I'll treat myself. I've been pretty healthy all year. I'll carb up, eat shit. Worst thing I've ever done. I felt shit. I could see it straight away. About a week later, my face was swollen, yawning, moody.
It's like a ball.
Now I'm just doing a water fast to clear it all out.
Day 3, hey? You're going, that's good.
Day 3, yeah. We can talk about it separately if you want to keep talking about footy or whatever, mate.
No worries. We're on to, that's it for the news. We're miscellaneous news.
We keep people up to date with the news, don't we, eh?
No.
It's been out for about 20 hours before we get to it.
There's no need to scream and there's no need to slap, all right?
Well, everyone wants to hear our opinions because they care about us, don't they?
Yeah. Well, miscellaneous news.
No one gives a rat's ass. No one gives. Honestly, I'm watching people's podcasts and video webcasts and I'm just thinking the whole time, no one, who cares? Who cares? And then we do it. And then I watch ours back and I think, everybody out there watching it, doing what I'm doing to them, going, who cares?
That's right.
Aren't they?
Exactly. Did you know the Medical Journal of Australia?
What?
Yes, the Medical Journal of Australia. And you think they'd have better things to do? They said that James Bond is a severe, get it? Severe alcoholic.
Bond?
James Bond.
The character.
The character, yeah. He over the 24 films, he's had a total of 109 drinks, which translates to 4.5 drinks per show.
That's not a lot of drinks per show.
Well, it is when you consider what it is. It's martinis, and it's tall glass.
Yeah, right.
So they've deemed that he's a severe alcoholic, and also suffers from killing people and all that sort of stuff. The stress of killing people, and he's borderline depressant as well.
Wow, but you know what? The main thing about that whole story is that, and I think people are overlooking it, is that he's not fucking real.
Well, no, there's a reality check right there.
Yeah, but I hope he's doing all right in make believe land.
He's actually, I remember buying my dad the James Bond set all about 10 years ago. All the movies up until that time, he loved.
Did you ever get into James Bond? Never
really. The last couple of productions have been really big, thrilling productions and stuff like that. I like to watch how big it is, but no, I've never really got into that side of James Bond. Sort of waiting for.
I've never watched one. I think I might have saw a bit of one, but I never got into the whole. What is he? A spy detective? What do you call him?
He's a spy. He's a world spy, and it gets pretty intricate and so forth. Like your
Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, similar type stuff. But he's just out there and just has a free license to pretty much to be with all the women and to go underground and sneak around as a spy does.
Oh, so he's like the government. He's like the government spy kind of thing. He gets a free pass to do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
fuck, that'd be an alright job, wouldn't it?
It would.
I'm sure I'd have it shit times. You only see the good stuff, but
the poor thing's an alcoholic. So
yeah, what's he going to do about that? If they've got to stop making movies.
Well, yeah,
it's up to them, isn't it?
It is up to them.
Selfish bastards. They keep writing stories unless he goes to rehab. That'd be one.
Well, he's
007
going to
goes
rehab.
to rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he kills people.
Alcoholism's dog shit, isn't it? Got a few friends who struggle with the drink, and it's it's one of the worst addictions, I reckon. That one.
What's your average drinks per week?
Mate, I haven't had any for the last probably month. And then if I go out, I'll get drunk. Like I'll just drink to get drunk. But I can kind of handle it if I stick to beer and stuff. If I start having shots and then I'm like, oh, get me out of here. Because usually if I don't, I'm in an argument with someone or someone's slapping me or something. So usually if I go out, I'll have maybe 15 drinks. Is that a lot?
15 drink for a night. That's
20, maybe 20. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a fair night.
Tell. I forget after like about 5 or 6, you're kind of in the zone and you're just not really keeping tab of how many drinks you're having. But I've always got a drink in my hand.
Yeah, we are an alcoholic then.
Well, I drink fast because it's just there and I'm just agitated and I'm like overthinking shit. And then, I've actually the last time I got drunk, I had the only beer that was there was mid strength.
Yep.
That was the only beer at his house, so I just drank that. It was Great Northern.
Great Northern. That's become popular lately.
It was easy to drink. Yeah, I don't like craft beers and stuff like that, so I don't know if Great Northern is a version of that, but it didn't taste like it as much, and I liked it and I drank it, and it got me like kind of a bit more than tipsy, but I couldn't get any drunker no matter how much I drank.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it was good, and I liked it because then I just kind of sobered up when everyone was, kind of starting to wind down. I started getting real sober, and I just felt like I wasn't drunk, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty good." Kind of have a good time, and it flattens out.
Yeah, it's replaced the 4X. I'm a 4X drinker now because you can have 1,000 of them and feel okay the next day. It doesn't belch you around like the others do.
Yeah, right.
Whatever reasons, less carbs or.
Yeah, I think less carbs, less alcohol too. It's not. If you're having, 10 beers, you're really only having, 7 or something, or 6? 4 extra beers, it's a lot.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Of alcohol,
Yeah, if they're super drinks, that's right. It makes a hell of a difference. 3 or 4 puts you over the edge. Are you a happy drunk or an ordinary drunk?
Oh, I'm usually happy. Like, I've been a dickhead and that as well, I guess. It just depends on. That's why I kind of stay away from, like, spirits and stuff. Unless like I'm a bit tired and everyone's still there and it's kicking and all that, and I'll have like a vodka Red Bull or something like that. But that's all right. I'm kind of all right on them. It's when, I don't know, if I'm having tequila shots and shit like that, that's when it's like just black out a little bit,
Yeah, no, that's They're special occasions when you have shots, isn't it?
Yeah, and I like being in control more so, and if I'm going to be sloppy, like at home,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably drink once a month these days. Like I haven't drank for a long time now.
Anyway, we could all become James Bonds, couldn't we? Because we drink a lot. Anyway, I hope he gets better.
I do too.
Did I ever tell you a story back in my day? Did I ever tell you a story about when I actually killed a cat and I revived the cat?
Yes, I remember. I remember the day after I came over and you told me all about it.
I actually strangled a cat. Well, not with my hands, but with a chair I was sitting on in the office. And
in the music room, weren't you playing music or something?
Yeah, I was on the computer. And the base of the chair had a round section on it. So
yeah, the iron ring kind of base.
Yeah, and I was very good. Just got the cat. It was only a little kitten. It was a cute little thing, and it was running around and playing with my feet I was very aware at the time to.
How old was it?
Probably about 8 weeks old. 8 weeks old. Very, very young and small, and I was very aware of being around my feet, and it was already doing that, playing, and I thought, I better lock it out, take it out, so I could then concentrate on what I'm doing, because I used to swing on this chair a bit. It was really easy to swing on. And didn't close the door properly. The cat came back in, and while I was swinging and doing the computer work, it's gone under that ring, and I've leant back.
way.
No,
Your fat ass on top of a poor kitten's neck.
yeah, I know.
You're
I didn't hear anything.
And that went.
Yeah.
You what? Didn't hear anything.
No, I didn't. I didn't hear any squealing or anything like that, or any type of noise. And then the other person came into the room and just screamed and said, "The cat's underneath the chair." And I turned around, and the cat was on its back with this ring right across its neck, totally lifeless. So I got up straight away.
You're kidding.
I didn't know what to do, and I was nearly. Yeah, I just panicked. I laid it down,
I forgot about how graphic it was. The story, yeah.
Yeah, and I was trying to push its chest, thinking I'll pump its chest a little bit, and I was just waiting for it to breathe, and I was rubbing it.
You gave it heart. What's it called? Resuscitation.
Well, gave it pressure on the heart by just pressing a little bit on its tiny little chest, just to get the blood pumping. I thought that might work, and then for some reason I just thought I'll put my mouth over the nose and the mouth, and blow some air into the lungs. I did that about 3 times and waited for about a minute in between each one. All of a sudden, went.
Are you serious?
It just woke up and then
you saved it. You killed it, and then you saved its life.
Yeah, couldn't believe it. I felt pretty good. I tell you, I felt pretty.
I don't know if you're a good bloke or you're a prick.
But yeah, it just
it
had this great
comeback.
It was a great comeback, but it was breathing and it was making this. So I've obviously damaged its windpipe or its.
Gary Larson for life.
Yeah, that's right. It sounded like that. And then, it lasted for about 6 or 7 weeks. It had that sort of croaky, but it ended up being a cat. Only died a couple of years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was about 15 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. I was only it would have been maybe more, even 15. Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Have you done anything
extraordinary
like that?
How did you Shit, you would have felt so bad during that time until it coughed. What about when it coughed? What was you feeling like? Was it elation or?
Oh, absolutely. Just a relief. I'm thinking, oh, wow. Because as you said, I was feeling pretty ordinary that I'd had my big fat ass on it and then I killed it.
Mate, it wasn't expecting that when it woke up that morning, was it? They probably saw you swinging on the bar and thought it was like, because you know what they like, they play with anything moving.
Yeah.
And somehow got it. It's funny how it ended up on its back.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they turn around, they play and stuff. So it's gone underneath and grabbed itself and bang.
Poor little thing. But it's amazing you didn't completely crush its spine and.
Well, I might have been still sort of not completely down on it, or maybe swinging on the front of it, so where it kept the pressure off a little bit, but it was enough to sort of stop it from breathing. So I feel pretty good about myself.
I remember that cute little cat. Yeah. Miracle cat. Remember? What about the mouse? Remember I had that mouse, and it was had some weird big tumor thing growing on it.
That's right.
And you were like, "It's gone. I'm gonna put it out of its misery because it's just laying there on its back just having seizures and shit." And you took it outside and put it in a plastic bag and smacked it up against the brick wall to make sure it was dead, so it's not in misery. Put it in the bin. I'd go to school for the whole day, come home at 3:30, we get home from St. Greg's when we were living in Campbelltown. Mum goes, "Put this in the bin." I open up the Otto bin. The fucking mouse is running around on top of the bin, alive.
Yeah,
we had to get because we chucked the cage out to get the cage back out and put it all back and keep him again. And he ended up dying he lived for another 6 months or something. It was fucking weird.
Yeah, what I did was I bashed the tumour out of it.
Yeah, right.
It was all right when it got...
You cancer, all you mice out there listening to our podcast, if you are struggling with the big C, just come and see the big EG.
Put you in a bag, slap you up against the brick wall.
Slap you up against a brick wall.
Brand new. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. I couldn't believe that. So we've had some luck with animals, pets.
Well, what's the other ones? Oh, them two. Any others?
We don't any more luck than that, surely.
I remember when our dog Penny had the babies and it was only half a baby.
You have to go in the graphic.
Sorry. Honestly, I feel like I'm high or something because of this not having eaten for 3 days.
You look 100% better around the gills.
You go. So what was I fat before? Was I?
Yeah, big fat flamage round head like mine.
Yeah, no, I could see it. That's after a month of eating shit. A month, not even a month, and just eating heaps of carbs and that. Swell up like a fat dugong.
Normal people go to the toilet and get rid of it. Yours stays in your head.
All my shit's in my head.
Mm.
That's the funniest thing you've ever said, mate.
Thanks.
Congratulations too. It's on camera.
No worries. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm talking. Sorry if I'm rambling because I'm fucking. I feel really weird. Like I'm high. It's like I've had 3 coffees in a row. Because I think it's when. Well, I'm pretty sure it's when you're in ketosis properly and you get that ketosis high that they talk about, where it's your body burning your own body fat.
Yep.
When you run on fat and you don't have glucose in your system, you kind of got heaps of energy.
Also, it's a change of motors. Do you go through the Do you go through where you have headaches and stuff and feel a little bit lightheaded?
Oh, mate, last night,
Yeah.
honestly, I would have stolen a biscuit off your grandmother. Like I was starving, man, and I was like, I don't know if I can do it. I was thinking, I'm going to buckle and go and get something to eat because I fucking can't handle this. I was the worst taste in my mouth and just empty. You got that empty feeling. And it's like, I don't know. Anyway, I stuck it out, went to bed. I just put on this podcast, went to bed, and woke up and I was that happy I didn't break it. And I feel fine at the moment. I'm just a bit hypo.
It's those moments you got to get through, isn't it? Where you get normally and you give up, but you get to those points over that, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
Good on you.
I'm feeling right now. I feel good. I feel really good, like scarily good.
You got scary, very scary.
Well, I don't have this much energy ever. For the last month of eating shit, I'm just like. But I remember now how you're supposed to feel when you eat properly or you don't eat and your body's eating your own body fat. This is how you're supposed to feel, like plenty of energy. Usually I'll be getting tired about now, yawning and wanting to lay down on the lounge or something. Or anyway.
Yeah, that's good. That's excellent.
What does twist your tits apart from your male friends on weekends?
Only on the weekends.
Yeah, it's all right if it's on the weekends.
Yeah. Twist my tits is the mindless stories that end up in the tabloids.
What's happened?
Well, nothing really. Nothing's happened, but they put it in the tabloids as if it's a big thing. David Beckham cuts a casual figure in a black slogan hoodie as he chats to female fans.
Is that the whole story?
That's the story. And there's big pictures.
Or is that just what it says under the photo?
No, well, there's about 10 photos. And he's cutting this casual figure, as it were. And have you heard him talk? They write a lot of things about David Beckham. I mean, he's got that look about him, I suppose. All that. Have you heard him talk?
Yeah, I've heard him talk. Yeah,
he's got a voice like that. Here you go.
Yes. What is it?
What? Here you go. in a English accent, obviously.
Yeah, he's got a high pitched tone, isn't he?
Yeah, just when he's got this real dramatic face, you could make an actor, and the camera pan, and all of a sudden there's like, hi, here you going?
Yeah, that's true. You can imagine a big scene like that, zooming in on his head, and he just looks up real serious and just goes, "How are you, mate? All right?"
That's it. That's the accent. How are you, mate? All right? Ranco.
Yeah, no, he's a good-looking cat, isn't he? He's bloody got all the looks. He's can't have it all, can you?
No, you can't, exactly. Not like me.
Not like yourself there. Yeah, you sound a bit jealous of old Beckham. You look good in your old age, Pa. You don't age. The only thing that changes is your beard's got whiter, but I reckon that kind of looks cool anyway.
Yeah, and the hair on my back's gone white too.
No, you're looking sharp. You been healthy, or don't lie. Like if you aren't, tell the truth.
No, through the week I get as healthy as I'm going to be. I eat all the right foods and everything. But on the weekends, when you travel a little bit doing the music thing too, you get a bit lazy and you eat the shit.
How easy is it?
I know.
Oh, it's just now I'm starting to talk about it. Fuck. I'd love a big cheese pizza. That's what I'd love.
Stop it.
Beautiful cheese.
2 weeks.
I'll tell you what, you got to try it. And I never ever. I used to bag the shit out of them. Domino's. I bagged the shit out of them. The worst pizzas I've ever had. Until I had. No. I tried the New Yorker. Didn't love it. Until I had a barbecue meat lovers but it has to have the cheesy crust, because with the cheesy crust, the rest of the bread's different as well.
Yep.
And if you get that, it's real floppy, but you kind of roll it up like it's like a mini New York kind of style pizza. You got to fold up.
Yeah.
Mate, it's the best combo. The cheesy crust is all melty, gooey, and the meat, it's beautiful. It's the worst thing you can possibly eat.
Did you have that last night?
No, I haven't eaten for
Um,
3 days, you imbecile.
Do you like barbecue sauce on your meat lovers? No, it's got to be tomato for me.
Oh, really? Nah, yeah, no, I'm barbecue all the way. All
Really?
the way barbecue. Yeah.
That's oh no, you've just wrecked it for me.
Well, I usually have cheese pizza, but since moving from Cronulla, where this one little homemade kind of joint used to make this cheese pizza, and the one down the road from it actually is the only other place I've ever had this similar tasting cheese pizza. Up here, the cheese pizzas, I haven't found a good one yet. And I got a big New Yorker the other day of cheese, like probably about a week ago, and it was just boring.
Yeah, it
I don't
is.
know.
There's not. Yeah, it's expansive. It's such a big thing, but it it has when they put pepperoni on it. There's about 4 or 5 inches between each pepperoni.
Yeah, it's too much. It's just more bread than anything, and
Yeah, it
I
is. Yeah.
don't. Yeah, I don't rate it.
You
That's
know, one of the best pizzas I've had is Costco pizza. Have you seen them? They are huge,
Are they?
and they are very good. They're
Where's
up.
Costco? Is there one up here?
I don't know. Google it.
There would be, eh?
You'd think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I know they're in New South Wales all over the place, but they
Love
make
till you
it great
Googleize it.
and cheap. Yeah.
What else do you want to talk about, mate?
Listeners' life questions. We had some people send some or
Oh,
emails,
how many? How
thousands of
many?
emails, and we've got a heap here. Look,
Wow, yeah, it's getting more and more, isn't it? I like how they all use the same envelopes and send them all in exactly the same size envelopes. That's good.
yeah. Well, and I'll just pick one out randomly.
Oh, that was nice and random, though. I didn't know what was going to happen then.
This is from this one is from Adrian. Adrian from Kingscliff.
Yep, what's he got to say for himself?
Adrian says,
Or her?
"Well, no, Adrian would be a bloke."
Well, how do you know? Adrian was in Rocky, and she's a girl.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Hi guys, love the undergrowth. Have you guys heard about McDonald's releasing guidelines to their suppliers of beef to curb the use of antibiotics? I can't believe that when we eat this stuff, it has almost no nutritional value, but now we find out it has antibiotics in it in all this time. What do you guys think?
Antibiotics in the meat.
In the meat? I didn't know. I didn't know that either. I knew there was that practice going on more so in America, but not in Australia, that there's still a lot of antibiotics going into meat products, into the animal itself.
Yeah. Yep.
That's no good for your gut health, because antibiotics,
No.
when you take a course of antibiotics, the first thing you should do is take a lot of probiotics to get that your gut flora back, your bacteria back.
Yeah, the chemicals that they use so the meat lasts for ages and they can transport it and it's not going to go off. It's got a lot of shit on it to prevent like
preservatives as well. But antibiotics is treating
salmonella and stuff.
so the animals don't get sick. So there's a better rate for the animal to be, slaughtered.
Yeah.
And it gets to you quicker.
Well, you know what though? Like people always like put shit on Macca's, but like. You know what the worst thing Macca's did? They started to try and go healthy a bit. That's the worst thing they ever did. They should have just stayed fucking Macca's and should have just said, it's like fucking Donut King. It's the Donut King's a Donut King. If you don't want to be fat and unhealthy, don't fucking go and eat donuts. Don't go eat Macca's. Like now when I eat a Macca's burger, like it used to taste all sugary and beautiful, like a fucking,
Still
like
does.
it was a dessert. Hey?
It still does. You know what I had the other day? A McRib.
Oh, how good are they? I forgot to tell me, mate. Me and Dazza and I used to go to Macca's Woodbine, and when McRibs were out, we were there. And there was another burger called the Macamore. Did you ever try that?
No, never did that one.
It was Macamore. It was an Italian flavour thing.
Yep.
And that and the McRib were out the same time once, and we were just tripling up on them. It was unreal. Fuck, I'm so hungry now thinking about that shit.
Oh, no, not good for you. Not good for you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why go to Macca's and expect to be healthy and then blame them? Like, people sue them for getting fat, and they're like, "Oh, sorry," and now they make a salad. But who the fuck wants a salad from Macca's?
Well,
you don't go to Macca's for a salad.
Yeah,
go to a health store.
Their point as a business point of view is that they needed to change some things because they didn't want to lose customers.
Yeah, I understand, and then it's not like they're struggling, but
Yeah.
it just shits me that people have sued Maccas for getting fat. That is
Well,
that is the epitome of victim mentality. That's shit. Like, the more I'm looking into it,
yeah.
the food industry are murderers. They're murderers.
Go on.
It sounds drastic, but it is murder. They poison people. They keep people addicted. Do you know that they actually get scientists to come and put additives in the food to make it addictive?
Well,
So you keep buying the same thing.
I've
It's
heard
true.
things
It's
like
not
that.
even a lie.
Well, it's pretty
Yeah.
much like the cigarette thing, where the cigarette companies knew that the nicotine was, would grab you by the balls and you wouldn't be able to give up that easy. They knew that, so it's a similar thing. The sugar content, and all
Yeah,
that
it's the
stuff,
same thing.
the food companies know.
How can you trust the food? Oh, after what the cigarette companies, like the government's done with cigarettes, you're allowed to have shit that just kills you,
Mm.
and they're doing it with food as well. It's no surprise that, food is just snuck in under the radar this whole time. You can see it when you go to the supermarket. As soon as you get there, there's just shit everywhere. It's all colourful. It's all jumping out of you, and it's all high sugar, high carb. Because what happens when you eat that food, you stay in that hunger cycle where you've got to eat every couple of hours because you get the spike from insulin from high carbs, and then you get the drop, and that's when everyone's like, oh shit, I've got to eat again, and they need it again, and they're just addicted. And if you stop that, you're not addicted anymore, and they lose. So they're winning at the moment. Fuck this.
Well, the majority, yeah, they are winning. But yeah, to answer your question, that for me, though, I mean, that makes a bit of a difference to me now. That I get McDonald's, and I've got that antibiotic extra bit on my mind, thinking I'm eating the fat and the
So
carb.
if you get the flu, go get a Big Mac in your guts. Is that right?
It's right, exactly. Eat as much Big Mac as you can, and get a.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
That's right. But thanks for your letter, Adrian from Kingscliff.
Thanks, mate. I don't know. We
Coming
didn't
in,
answer
coming in,
questions.
because we need
Yeah,
big
we think it's bad.
files like
We
that.
think it's bad unless you got the flu. That's our answer to your question, mate.
Exactly. All right, that's
What
it.
else we got?
No,
Is
nothing.
that it?
No, that's it. And that's a nice, short, sharp session, straight to the point, no mucking around.
This is a kind of delivery that we deliver to the undergrowth listeners, isn't it?
Yeah,
On a regular basis.
exactly.
You've got a nice hue about you. A hue.
You?
Pardon me. Yeah, a hue. What am I burping? I haven't eaten for 48 years.
Yeah, you're burping water, pure.
It's weird. No, it's weird because I'm going to bed and it's like, I'm got a bit of gas there. And I'm like,
Oh, nice.
what's going on? It's just like your body just getting rid of everything kind of thing.
You always.
I must have been carrying that around for like 12 months or something.
I remember you having gas when you were 3 weeks old.
I got your ass, mate. So thanks a lot.
Charming. Thanks. All right.
Oh, yeah, anyone listening to this, all three of you people out there, Mum, Auntie, Debbie, thanks,
Yeah,
Nan. Write in and tell us what you want us to talk about because we're just gibbering shit.
Oh, absolutely. We're the best at it too.
Aren't we what?
Yeah. But and follow us. Yeah, the lovely people that follow us on Facebook. You're good at this. You do this.
Is this about the like us and that?
Yes.
Yeah, can you please like our Facebook page, which is Undergrowth, spelt with our last name, Undergrowth, Grothe. Same YouTube. If you subscribe to us on YouTube, all our stuff goes on there, so you can watch it and whatever. And we're on Twitter, Instagram, and stuff as well. So whatever. But yeah, just mainly YouTube if you can, and Facebook. Thanks.
Subscribe and like. Yeah. So we appreciate those people.
Subscribe and like. Yeah.
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 So
We're getting better at stuff. So just
Yeah.
shut up and you'll be right.
All right. What's doing for the rest of the day for you?
I'm gonna go for a walk because I'm thinking about food now. And I
Do that.
don't want to. So
Don't eat.
go for a bit of a hike.
You got 2 more days. Yeah. This is your third day. You'll be right.
Third day. This is I've got 70. I've got about 55 hours to go.
When's it stop? What day? Friday.
Friday, 9:30 p.m.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Should we cross over to your
Yeah.
live on that 9:25?
Yeah, I'll film it if you want. I'll put it on Instagram.
Maybe that's skinny.
I'm only gonna have like some avocado and eggs, I think.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Because you can't just go and smash something ruthless straight away because your body's so sensitive. They say it spits out a lot of extra insulin than normal because you haven't eaten. It's just like insulin overload. So you want to make sure it's low carb and not too much. And then you wait a couple of hours and then eat a bit more of the same thing.
Okay.
So yeah, see
Well,
how we go.
I wish you good luck with it, mate.
You know what it makes you do? It makes you obsess over like real food. Like I want to eat like vegetables and meat and eggs and real food. You know, with salt and real butter. Oh, yum. All right, I'm going before I'm going to.
You know, you could have a pizza sent there in 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the most.
You're a fucking mate.
Good luck.
All right, thanks. I'll speak to you soon.
See you, mate.